Hello, guys, and welcome to the Cyberathlete Collegiate Mobile Legends Season 1 Finals between University of Technology Vendetta and GUNADARMA. And I'm your caster on Rumbles, and I'm joined by GMT.
Oh, hello there, and welcome. Excited to be here. Excited to see what these two teams have for us, as of course being the grand finals. And as such, this is the highest level of play this tournament has seen. These are the two favorites at this point, and there is a best of five separating one of them from ultimate victory and the other from slightly less ultimate victory, because second place is still pretty good, god damn it. At least that's what my mother always told me when I got second in those 1v1 games with my brother.
Oh, absolutely. In this game in particular, 1v1s usually determine who is the best, actually. And talking about these individual performances as well, Vendetta has been doing very well thanks to these. They actually came back into the upper bracket of the group thanks to a 5-0 run on the final day of round robin. So it's been really a great run for them right now. And actually, Gundharma are the favorites from the beginning because they were the first in the qualification tournament as well, or basically the tryouts phase. So maybe they could be touted as the slight favorites in this game.
Yeah, so talk to me through. Do you see, the Gundama having an edge even at this point, or do you think that that seeding that's a long time ago? Who do you personally favor?
Also, their captain, Luca, has said in an interview that they have mentally prepared much, much more to it, and they're taking every game at a time. They haven't even thought about winning it, but they're just slowly advancing, and they're just very happy to be there. And I think that kind of mentality could easily win the games for them as well. And talking about the bans right now, most of the most used heroes are currently banned. We see Beatrix, we see Phoveus, we see Mathilda, a lot of most used heroes from the World Championships and also from the Collegiates.
And so keep us updated if there's any big surprises. But so far, this is business as usual.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, nothing really
a little bit of a stumble. Early game looked great. Didn't quite continue, lost that title. But now back on top with that turret being taken down. Initiation onto Kazi, going to be taken down very quickly indeed. The range being employed there, they weren't expecting to fall at all. But there we go. Toys does take a spill.
Yeah, absolutely. But now they're being surrounded once again. Right now, they don't dare to poke Roka right now, but Deft is still trying to, like, throwing the umbrella in there, just maybe hoping to get that health down just a bit. But obviously, Roka knows just when to pull out in time. Well, they have to rely on that turret protection, but no, they all go in. 4 of them against Roka. Movie together with the turret going down. Surely they are still following, but no, Movie just blinks away on time. But this might not be enough. But Deft, might have been a too brave of a overextension at least. Abe gets that kill and 4 on board for him already. That is massive, and Lilia might have been the bad pick against Lancelot, even though thanks to that ult, he can get away anytime. But it's really, really tricky in this situation.
For sure. And we do see a roughly a 1k lead at the moment for Vendetta, as Kazi just tries to farm up into the mid, trying to stabilize a little bit here. As we have seen Abe now going nuclear at 4-1.
Well, the Lord is already available for the taking, and looks like both teams are playing passive into the trap, but looks like Skupas is going to make that initiation, and why not? I'm not sure he already has. I think he doesn't have Endless Battle yet, as some of the core items are still missing to make Clint really the damage dealer, but look at this. Very good job from Woker to capitalize on this Lord targeting. Gets the turret, now rotates back and is coming from behind. He could very well take several of them. Does get Abe, but does he get anybody else? No, just now falls back, and I'd say fair trade. However, Vendetta did get the Lord.
Yeah, on the whole, you're going to say that's better for Vendetta, especially because they now parlay it into another mid tower. And straight in, Kazi could well fall hit. No, manages to get away. And
yeah, Wilfer doing again once with again with coming from behind, trying to make that gank happen, maybe pushing them towards his own team, but doesn't happen. Oh, but look at Toys, they're completely off guard there on upper lane, but at least Esmeralda has a good guard against Paquito in terms of shields, so she can stand his own right there and move just supporting Voka. They have to fall back, they have to protect the turrets, especially that Lord is still advancing, it hasn't been taken out. They have to focus on the goal lane now. It's not looking good at all.
Not at all. They're trying to push this back. And that is a lot of the momentum gone. But
yeah,
it's a really oppressive position. You can see Deft behind this tower making all sorts of things happen. Toys as well now, and in comes the rest.
Yeah. Now all of that link up as well. Jenny already put on the Estus ult, and that's just enough to completely nullify the turret damage, to get another one down and to completely delete GUNADARMA. Kazi goes down. There's still Woker alive, tries to go through Fountain to maybe get another kill, but that's not how you salvage this, as Vendetta gets the first match to them.
Victory!
And it's a swift victory. What, 10.5 minutes? Lovely stuff from Vendetta, apart from a very, very small stumbling block. Really, after they got that first kill. Apart from that, it was just perfect from them, really. Never really looked in doubt. Voka had their moments, got in the backline a couple of times, made things interesting, but from the turtle, and then from that, it was a quick victory for Vendetta.
Yeah. I think like that peak phase of GUNADARMA was, but that's where it all started from. They Uh, they didn't have a marksman. They didn't have any range, and obviously with the Estes, who also manages to slow down uh, melee heroes very easily, especially the likes of Paquito. Even though Walker tried his best, it just wasn't enough. And Vendetta now trying to carry that momentum onto the second game.
Well, there we go. We will be getting into game 2 relatively shortly. And in fact, more shortly than I would have predicted. That's good news. And so we're going to have to see the adaptation here from GUNADARMA. So we will be seeing that draft in just a little bit. I'm told in about 20 minutes. So we're going to go for a brief break. But when we're back, it's game 2.
Yep. So stay with us. welcome back everybody. If you are only now joining us, then Vendetta did win GUNADARMA in the first game of the best of 5 series. I'm joined by GMT, of course.
Of course. Who else would it be? Vendetta, I feel, looked very confident, looked very poised in game one. There was a little moment where things weren't going entirely their way. Voka definitely had his moments for GUNADARMA, but yeah, I think the ball is firmly in GUNADARMA's court at this point. They're the ones that need to come back. I feel like if you go down 2-0 in a best of 5, your hopes are extraordinarily low, but we'll see. We've got the draft underway currently. See if there's any adaptations. Maybe they want to get rid of that Lancelot. Maybe. We'll see. But do you think they need to make changes to the draft, or was there something in the execution that they could just
I, I think it was a bit of both, to be
change and then be
honest. I
okay?
mean, yeah, definitely something was missing from play. That was quite obvious, but obviously just the bans. You can't ban everything possible.
Yeah.
Even though now we see the ban Estes, so that's definitely showing something at least. And Mathilda as well, so they are really doubling down on the support bans, and we'll see what's coming in from Vendetta's side then to reply.
Yeah, just for those that did watch the first game, we have switched sides, so now Vendetta will be red, I do believe, and
Yep.
then blue for GUNADARMA.
The third ban is coming in from Wooker, and this might very well be a assassin because, well, you can only ban so many supports. I believe there is currently like about 10 or 12 supports in the game, and only like 5 or 6 are really used. And Lancelot surely is banned, just like you said before.
Yeah. Probably for the best. Even if that then leaves them open for another problem pick, hey, it's not the same. You get the bad taste out of your mouth, you go, look, we're not dealing with that again. Fresh page, fresh game, fresh mentality,
Absolutely.
hopefully.
But one of the more popular heroes in the World Championships that was Ive now gets to be the first pick of KZ, who struggled a bit with Lilia last game, but this time Vendetta going with Paquito, but maybe not as a jungler, it seems, unless he is changing that skill. But we will see. Paquito obviously is a carry hero, but looks like he's staying with Flicker, so that means no jungle. No jungle Paquito. So their carry is going to be someone different, and Vendetta is definitely going to use a marksman.
Yeah, does look to be the case.
Brody's coming in from GUNADARMA's side, which means this time at least they are using a marksman, and a very strong one, one of the most used marksmen recently, thanks to his movement and the explosive damage that comes through the stacks and the ultimate. He's really overpowered. Well, Move not taking a tank, actually taking Selena, and I guess that Selena is going to be a support Selena, most likely.
Now, time for Jenny, who I feel had huge impact in the last game. And if you really had to say it was Jenny and Abe that I feel
Yeah,
made the difference, that really outperformed
absolutely.
their
As an
opposite number.
SS, he was completely all over the place and just ulted right in time to get that final push going as well. Denied 2 towers, and now taking Popple and Koopa, which is not a very popular pick these days. It is a support, it's a hero. I mean, a marksman that's being played as a support, but once again, a flicker, which means he's not going to be the jungler, rather a support. So a very decent, but kind of a passive pick from Vendetta right now, going against the super aggressive picks of GUNADARMA. Now Kagura gets banned as well to just deny any chance of a replay of the last game. Phobius, of course, banned as well, because who wants Phobius if you are playing flicker heroes like Paquito? Berto has to make the final ban when it could be It could be a carry hero now just to limit the pool of options from Vendetta's side. That's, you never know.
You don't want to know either. Life has its little surprises, and this may well be one of them. 15 seconds remain.
Yeah. They're definitely stalking it through it. This is
gonna
going to
be?
go down to the last seconds, and then they're going to ban. No, they're banning Lilia, so yeah. Interesting enough, their pick from the last game is going to get banned. It's interesting to see why they decided to ban Lilia. Maybe Lilia could be seen as a counter for Selena. And Nathan is going to be the carrier of Vendetta, the new marksman. Well, pretty much the newest hero, together with Olos, who can be used in this tournament, because Edith, Valentina, and Eamon cannot be used because they are quite recent additions to the game and not really tested in the competitive scene yet. Yisenshin and Esmeralda being the final picks of GUNADARMA. And that would mean a jungler Yisenshin or maybe a jungler Bane. Once again, GUNADARMA going with a very aggressive lineup. Only tank that could really be is going to be Esmeralda.
They call me a hero because I saved my
There's
nation from
Yisenshin.
falling apart.
King Def, last to pick.
Well, that might be a mage now, and sure enough, it's Farsa because she didn't get banned, so a good mid pick available to Vendetta as well now. Well, I see this is a very good composition for Vendetta right now, and Nathan as well. He scales really, really fast to become explosive, and I'm afraid that lane Brody is gonna have some trouble.
Yeah, it's a very different look, right? Both these lineups are very different from our previous game, which I think if you're GUNADARMA, you hold on to that and you go, okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
Different game, different lineups. That's great for us. But yeah, I like the lineup for Vendetta here in a big way.
Yeah, absolutely. This is looking much more fresh, and I mean, yeah, at least they are picking a tank in the hands of Elita, but looks like they are playing Koopa as a lane marksman rather than a support, judging at least by the emblem. But then again, you can use it for stuns, of course. So let's see what's gonna happen here. And sure enough, it seems they are playing the same strategy as they did last time. Actually, two players going on one lane. That is the lane marksman together with the tank. Last time it was the support in the hands of Ahmadjani. This time it's Lolita. And, well, Nora is going to have a rough time on that lane.
Yeah, it's going to be awkward for them. And, you know, sometimes when you're in such a bad lane, as obvious would be versus two heroes, just try if you can. Get it under tower nice and early.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it feels okay. And then champion that really needs the gold, really needs the farm, it's going to feel terrible. And you're going to feel like you need to go out there and make plays, but tough.
Oh, but look at that mid matchup. Ive is obviously over Farsa in these close range duels, and the early game damage of Ive is better, I believe, as well. So it's going to be pretty difficult for Jeff to really set his foot down there. But this could become a big fight because Koopa is thrown in there. They have the advantage over the tower right now, but no, Jenny loses a lot of health and has to recover. They are pulling back a bit as well as moving up there, and they can't really risk of getting someone stunned and maybe picked apart there. They are still trying to use Koopa there, but it is risky because they are rather targeting Koopas itself rather than the furry friend of his.
Alright, a little bit of a push into the top lane then as our attention.
Oh, but look at Ive. He's gonna die, and KZ is gonna be the first one to die. Very aggressive push from AB, but it paid off, and just look at that invasion. That jungle is under Vendetta's control now. Ahmadjen is still sitting in there trying to recover her health, and it's going to be difficult to really get the buffer. I think Yisenshin currently is uncontested. Toys tries to rush in, but obviously Paquito not as a jungler, not that strong because you can't get that much gold early on. Nearly gets movie down, however, but just didn't have that finishing move on hand.
No, and you can sort of see a little bit more focus being on this middle lane and towards that bot. Turtle has spawned.
Yeah, but
With a nice
look at
push in the mid lane.
Yeah, but
They've
look at the
got
gold
space.
lane as well now. Just Nori completely pushed back. They're gonna get all the gold they can from the turret, and sure enough, they did get it. However, Volker gets the turtle for them at least. So it's a change from last game where they lost the turtle early on to Vendetta.
Alberto here up against Toys. Will now move away, and I feel like we're seeing a little bit more team play, a little bit more grouping up, looking for the picks, looking to be aggressive.
Yeah, and
from
sure
GUNADARMA
enough, look
here.
at that. Nearly Toys goes down, but Alberto not gonna chase him any longer. Esmeralda not really a finisher hero anyways, but obviously he's being targeted right now. He can be very easily ticked apart, and when he goes down, that lane is gonna be in the hands of Vendetta immediately. Sorry, in the hands of GUNADARMA, but this could be a big fight there already on the second tower. Koopa engages, Nori nearly goes down, but just not yet. Still fighting for his life, already had the AoE on him as well, and the damage over time, but now just recalled in time. Well, that could have really cost them. That tower seems to be going down anyways, because that minion wave is really not stopped. Well, at least Nori gets there on time. Vendetta doing an early cleanup job, similar to what we saw in the first game.
Yeah. And a small lead for their troubles.
Yeah.
You can see Alberto certainly has a bit of an advantage in this lane in terms of a little bit of chip damage
But
here.
that
the wave
mid-lane
clear as
fight
well, which has allowed
moving,
them
is
to
he
react.
going down? Yes, he is. With a nice
Ooh.
ultimate. Ahmad Jenny gets the kill, but doesn't stun anybody else. Alberto is chasing them down now to maybe initiate a counter kill, but doesn't get it. And dive also late to the party because he has to fall back as well. As the jungle is being taken once again. If Abe gets this red buff, it's gonna be nasty, and yes, he does. It's gonna be difficult. Alberto gets locked for a second by Abe, but this is going back and forth. Alberto just manages to escape in time. Jenny trying that jungle strat once again, but it doesn't work out this time. Camping in the bush, and this time Movie gets him down. And looks like they are going for depth as well, but just gets that bird form out right on time. However, Casey falls as well, and the tower as well, thanks to AB that was. And now it's 2 towers to 0. And Alberto against Abe, and that experienced lane is not looking good either. That's not an equal matchup.
So in spite of what looked like a few nice plays for GUNADARMA, as we have another little altercation, they are trailing by 500 gold. Turtle back up. Jenny, I think, having a look there. We are going to be having...
Yeah, trying to...
the middle. No, I think it's in part drone.
Trying to get that
very far forward here.
cheeky ultimate down, maybe, but oh, look at that. Alberto trying to
Ooh.
maybe kick her off because Esmeralda streams the leading ability. However, Voka is the one to steal Turtle once again. Immediate response from Scoopos. It's just skill moves going back and forth. I've used her ultimate as well right on time to recover themselves, and GUNADARMA all the way back in it now. Volker has to engage, but they don't get toys.
Oh.
However, indeed, Vendetta get the tower back, and this is just where this didn't go as planned for GUNADARMA. Oh, AB, however, almost dying there, but no. Volker playing passively just so to still retain the gold lead as well. I'm sorry they don't have the gold lead right now, but I'm quite confident to say that Volker has more individual gold thanks to these turtles, and Alberto now being bullied by Toys and AB. Well, she has to make the most out of it, but that shield is gone. She has to steal it back from Paquito, and Yes, she does just so enough to survive in this fight, and KZ coming in to help his back.
Okay. The 500 gold lead, it is remarkably consistent. It doesn't seem to matter what happens in this game. Always just a very small lead for Vendetta.
Absolutely.
It's over to the mid.
Yeah, now the focus is going back towards that bottom lane because the minion wave has been unstopped there. Only Nori to stop it. Toys gets out of range, and surely enough that bottom turret falls as well, just down to the inhibitor now. And well, are they going to continue with the push, Vendetta? Ahmed Jenny now nearly picked apart as well. KZ just putting down the skill ones all over the place to maybe get this loose damage going, but nobody really losing any health thanks to it. Death got out of range as well. It's gonna be a guerrilla warfare now through the bushes, and Jenny is looking to initiate. She just brings in, stuns one, but doesn't get anything else. No place to ult. Surely Alberto is surely going down now, just mauled completely, but no, she escapes. Oh no, but Koopa hunts him down, and that was an excellent skill use from Scoopaz. Oh dear. This is going
Scoopaz has been my
once
MVP this
again.
game for sure.
Absolutely, that was a complete turnaround right now to get Alberto down. That was huge. Alberto has been so important for GUNADARMA this tournament, such an important support he is, and well, they're trying to maybe turn it around now, but obviously attention is turned to Lord, which could be uncontested for Vendetta altogether. And surely enough, of course, Nathan's damage is just so high that it's no problem for him.
Yeah.
AB takes the Lord almost by himself, and well, it's just the inhibitors left for GUNADARMA, and it's not looking flowery anymore. All of the minion waves crashing in as well.
What I want to say.
Oh dear.
Yeah, 6-0 is the story of this game right now.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said during the draft, such a good chemistry in this matchup from Vendetta. Pretty much all rules have been covered, and everybody is using them effectively. They're trying to get that loose picks going on as well. Abe and Koopa's trying to get anybody maybe from the gold lane, but look at this, what's going down now. The turret is falling in seconds. Alberto is still holding them strong, does get the tank off. Ahmad Jenny falls, Toys falls as well. Oh, but the attack is completely broken apart. Just one response coming in from Abe, a second one as well, maybe something else, but no, they have to retreat now to save themselves from a possible retaliation. Of course, they still have all their turrets up, which is quite impressive. That's just an incredible achievement, to be honest. Oh, but a nice range coming in from Nori, Obviously, Brody does beat Nathan in range at least, if not in damage, so Nori does get the last laugh in this fight, but just one turret, other than the base remaining for GUNADARMA. That's depressing.
It is. I mean, if Vendetta didn't have many turrets either, that would be one thing, but no, they are as far unscathed. Maybe we'll see a little bit of a push in bot though.
Yeah. Walker is doing a good job, but look at that. All of the gathered forces are going to take him down. And is he going to get hunted? Yes, he is. Well, Scoopaz actually eats up all the damage and goes down because that Yisrael's arrows are deadly. And surely enough, Walker is very accurate as well and defends himself just well enough. And maybe that push is still going forward. Yes. It is. Nori gets the turret just by himself. No minions needed.
Alright, we take a little bit of a breath then.
Alberto once again being harassed there by Toys and Dave, just like before. Once the turrets were still up, this time, however, goes down early. the Lord is gonna be in play just in seconds now, and that's gonna be a good finisher if they do get it. And they are all gathered there. Now it's a question, do they have anybody to commit to maybe take it back from GUNADARM's side? I maybe has their ultimate ready, but no. That's not gonna be enough. They are all vigilant at this position. And look at Jenny just putting that shield up, healing up all the projectiles, and once again maybe getting the Lord. And with the second attempt, they surely have to get the base as well now.
All right. As I say, we've had a bit of a lull. The action is slightly less intense, and I feel like we're building towards something now, as it does look like we're going to have a huge engagement. 4 heroes down here for Vendetta. 5 on the side of GUNADARMA as Alberto goes in.
Oof. Ahmed Jenny, he missed that ultimate actually with Lolita and didn't actually stun anybody with it, or it was broken apart, I think, and that's just something that did cost them the push onto the final turret. At least Lord is joining them now, giving them that extra attack strength coming in. Jenny still trying to be that first man in, but however, Def goes down instead. Alberto doing very good job with these dives. I think he actually did a very good job early in the tournament as well with these one-on-ones with Esmeralda, but nearly their base falls, but they did manage to recover it somehow.
Yeah, they've won the battle. If not the war, as Alberto goes in. King Toys, you can see here playing on the outside. We do see Jenny full.
And a cleanup.
Now, huge engagement.
Cleanup.
Yeah, absolutely. As Abe is going to claim a triple.
Forward, gets it off. Nori still there, however, desperately defending, trying to get something, but obviously, just like I said, Lane Brody's attack is not nearly enough. And Vendetta gets the second win, and
victory!
They are edging closer and closer to winning the whole tournament.
Yeah, that is a swift 2-0. That game, it really got away from them. GUNADARMA, and I gotta be honest, I don't exactly know why. It felt like the fights were okay. They lost a little bit here, a little bit there, but it was the turrets falling over and over again, and then it's just one fight at the end that decides it.
Absolutely.
Once again, confident and seamless play coming out from Vendetta, who look like they are going to take this tournament in very short order.
I think it's kind of fell down to like GUNADARMA playing too passive early on in the game, because at least in the first one we saw some jungle interruptions. They tried to steal creeps, but this time Abe got too far way too easily, and you can see the reflection of that on the scoreboard: 8 kills, 2 assists, and just one single death that didn't really bother him at all. Just look at that gold here, math pretty much like. Just so, yeah, I'm just at a loss for words. Like they have had 2 very good matchups, and I'd expect them to do the same in the third one as well.
All right. Well, we will be having that third game in just a little while. You stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, hello and welcome back, everybody. And once again, if you're only joining us now, then Vendetta has won 2 of the games out of the best of 5 series against GUNADARMA in the Collegiate Finals, and of course, accompanied by GMT.
Of course. Who else would
Yeah.
it be? I'd be weird if they switched to game 3. They're like, no, this guy's trash. We need new caster. Someone's got the big red telephone. They've called to exactly who they need. No, I'm here again, and I'm very thankful to be here. As we could well
I wonder is that
be in our or will we see a beautiful comeback?
some bands coming in already. The same Vendetta with the same band they had actually in the first game, Ruby as the first band, and this time GUNADARMA having none of it. Estes being their first band right away.
Yeah, a little bit of a change then, and we're for the first time not going to see the boxer.
Yep,
First
Paquito
game on
is
Guadarrama.
out for both sides. He's a very versatile hero. I mean, he can be played on jungle, on lanes, and he can kind of be a support as well, thanks to the knockups. But this time, not him, as Ives being banned as well, which means the mage pool is being shrinked just a bit, while Deft, Vendetta's mage player, has to make that third pick himself, and well, I wonder what's it going to be. Most likely a marksman once again, like Beatrix or Brody, and it surely is Beatrix.
Yeah, there we go, as expected. And it's an interesting time if you're on Guadarrama, because 2-0 down, I feel like you go for something risky here. I think you just throw what you can. Maybe you go for purely comfort picks. Maybe you just go, so I'm going to throw the other team by being unconventional. I think it's quite a different position, 0-2, funnily enough, than being 2-0. Whereas for Vendetta, I feel like, you're going to feel confident no matter what. You can afford even to throw a game. But even if you just play very cautiously here, it feels like a winning strategy for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, they've had good drafts. They've had drafts that made sense. Whereas we were saying that maybe the other side was a little bit shakier, but the execution has been there with everything they've picked so far.
Your team
And
is picking.
GUNADARMA with banning Clint, which means less of the strongest marksman in play. However, they are contemplating on using Brody, but looks like they'll be going with Nathan this time. No, Brody after all, and Mathilda was actually not banned in the first ban round, which means they have a very good support in their hands, maybe helping them much more. And is Vendetta going possibly with Estes again? We have to see, because they definitely need a decent healer here against Brody and the likes of Mathilda, who pretty much busts teams open with her pushes, and actually very good picks.
Your team is
Nathan
picking.
as fights. if you're up against these two. Vuka has to make that last ban from GUNADARMA's side. Well, that's... I think it's gonna be some kind of support. Just to reduce chances of Vendetta escaping with someone good.
Yeah, and with Jenny still to pick, definitely makes a lot of sense. Who will Voka go for?
It's either gonna be SS or Zaska, I believe, but oh, it's gonna be Rafaela.
Ooh.
Well,
Your
Rafaela, we
team is
haven't seen
banning.
her a lot in pro play actually, because she's a bit on the weaker side.
Your
Show
team
being
is
banned, well,
Justice in the world.
that's fair enough, but we don't see carry nor tank shows often these days. Alberto has to make that pick now, I guess. It's gonna be a tank, and it's gonna be a CC tank, that's for sure, to bear up with Mathilda. But who's it gonna be?
The anticipation's killing me. The tension. It's going to be a long 20 seconds if he makes us wait that entire time.
I feel like their plans have been blown up a bit thanks to that Paquito ban as well. Looks like they're still going with Esmeralda though. Alberto sure loves Esmeralda and have really has a symbiotic relationship with
Your
her, as
team is
it seems,
picking.
because he has been just really outstanding with Esmeralda this whole tournament. Kufra making his appearance. Surprisingly, we haven't seen him yet. The classic age-old CC tank who has been banned so much in pro tournaments. And well, would you look at that, Thamus, a
Your
fighter
team is
who
picking.
is one of the best solo lane holders actually, and it's surprising to see him here. And that whole team composition of Team Vendetta is something really original, I have to say.
Well, it's going to be exciting to see how it pans out once we actually get into the game itself. Voka here now with the last pick potentially of this tournament.
Yeah, and this obviously is going to be the carry, and it's going to be using Shin just like Voka used in the last game. He did have some moments of glory with him in the last game, but just not enough to get one game for their side. Maybe this time.
They call me a
There it
hero
is.
because I saved my nation.
Here we
from
go
falling
then.
apart.
This could well be it. Vendetta on the precipice, on the brink, on the edge of glory and victory and taking this tournament in its totality. We need to see something quite special to go their way at this point. 2-0 down. It's going to be very tough for GUNADARMA.
Yeah. I say Vendetta once again has a slight edge with the team composition. Not a big one, however, because Mathilda is a huge deal as a support. And together with Esmeralda, it's going to be quite difficult because both of them, have shields. Bearing them up is going to be horrible because, yeah, it's just going to be an infinite shield hack at this point. But they definitely have the right choices to delete that shield. Thamus, who has excellent damage over time and so on.
Here we are then. Potentially
Yeah.
for the final time.
Looks like it's gonna be an aggressive initiation from Toys already, trying to get Alberto, who they're gonna be one-on-one on this lane as the first time in these 3 games actually. Now it's gonna be a 2-on-2 matchup on the gold lane. Both gonna be a support and marksman. Looks like, however, Vendetta is seems to be the weaker side on that right now, and oh, would you look at that early initiation once again?
Ooh.
Casey just completely picked out, and how did she make her way even in there? She was just chased into the jungle and deleted right then and there. Toys making a little victory dance there as well, maybe looking to gather Alberto up as well. wasn't a very important kill, but at least some bit of a gold lead to come from that. And look at Johnny, they did have a good initiation there with the S1 charge, but not enough to secure the kill on Nori. And yeah, the forces are gathered on the gold lane right now.
Yeah, that is not a good start from the team that has it all to do at this. But we'll see. We'll see if they can fight back. They're going to need to be resilient.
Ooh,
Come
look at
what may.
Volker there in the
So-
jungle, who was very vulnerable. Abe was already chasing him. Maybe he can get Alberto once Toys come back, but no, this could be a turnaround 2-on-1, but instead Alberto takes back the lane, which is very important to get the early experience in gold in, but obviously Toys is right back in his position there. And Jenny could lose his life there, running around, but the turtle could go both ways. It's gonna be an aggressive play, and once again it's Volker who steals the turtle, and excellent play from him, sniping around with Yusun Shin. However, the first kill goes into the hands of Toys with Thomas, and gets the second one as well, and that's something you just love to see, because Thomas not really not a big early game hero. Especially against the likes of Mathilda, sorry, not Mathilda, but it's actually Esmeralda on lane, but just did so well, and 3 kills on the board for Vendetta already, and a pretty decent goal difference so early on.
Yep. Looking very comfortable for them at this point. We're going to have to see a bit of an adaptation
Toys
from
and,
our red team.
Toys and Alberto battling it off again on the experience lane, and it's gonna be tough. But of course, Toys with the physical vamp manages to get the health back, and of course against Esmeralda, that duel could go on for ages and ages, because one regenerates through damage over time, other regenerates thanks to the shield ability. So it really is an epic standoff there. However, looks like Toys is coming back, maybe looking to find a pick on somebody in jungle, but there is no one there. All of GUNADARMA's forces are gathered on gold lane, and look at this, how aggressive is Cooper. Once again sends out Cooper and gets the kill right as Toys gets one more and gets Alberto as well. So complete massacre once again coming in, and Vendetta just executing everything right on time. Jenny, however, could be picked apart here, and surely, yes, Volker gets the first kill. Very important for him as the jungler to get that goal lead going. He still has the turtle buff as well. Just use it by any means necessary. Oh, but look at that stun from Deft. However, Casey just managed to escape in time, trying to fire that ultimate around blindly. Doesn't get anybody really.
No, and so their momentum stifled a little bit. It doesn't feel like Vendetta were really rolling at this point, but they still retain that lead. Still feeling very comfortable indeed. We have a little bit of a scuffle here next to the top lane.
That initial energy did die off, but looks like a challenge for the turtle once again. This time Oker is not present to possibly steal it, so I think it's gonna go for Vendetta this time. Look at Deft as well, so aggressively chasing Casey, but couldn't have any moves left in the demon form as Selena, but did get Casey actually with the damage overtime with the trap, so just good enough then.
Ooh. Scary stuff for Alberto as they fight over the red buff.
Deft himself was left with very low HP, but look at this. Oh, how did Movie manage to escape this one? Mathilda really has that mobility in her to do it. Abe goes down, and this time it's not the game like they anticipated from Nathan. Abe, I think he hasn't really gotten around to farm a lot. I mean, that jungle rotation has been cut back due to these team fights and lanes, and Volker stealing a lot as well. And at least for now, it has equalized a little bit again. At least the lane battles and the minion clashes, it seems.
Oh. Deft in the mid, quite far forward here. Casey senses an opportunity, but here's Jenny.
Casey nearly died once again, you know. He's 0-4 right now. That is just terrible. Even though he did get Clock of Destiny, now he needs those stacks to make bars are really deadly, but it can't really happen all too fast. Moving now tries to pick someone off, but look, here is Koopas once again with Koopa. Does get Matilda off, out of play, and rest of Granada need to fall back immediately.
Absolutely, and that's yet more control of the map for Vendetta, who I think are looking to try and take down this mid turret in just a little while now.
Yeah, GUNADARMA really
precisely.
struggling, to be honest, with asserting that dominance on 2 lanes to get everything under control, because usually they have just 2 of them. Woker is missing. He tries to farm to make that goal lead possible, but it's still quite far away right now. And Vendetta getting once again another turtle, it seems now. And it doesn't look good. That team boost is a big change for all of them, I'd say. I think Turtle gives a buff to all of the teammates, I think, now. Due to a recent update, I don't really remember what was changed about Turtle, but the buff was a bit reworked. Matilda now circling Jenny. They could take him out, but obviously Scoopas is there, already has a shield up as well, thanks to Koopa. But Alberto is eating up all of it and manages to get out right on time. But the turret does still fall. And once again, Vendetta is just demolishing the turrets and demolishing the lanes altogether.
Yep. This is what they've done so well. They take fights in such a way that whether they get the picks or not, they're backing away onto doing damage to the objectives.
Exactly,
They're backing away to farming. And it's always wasted time for GUNADARMA. But yeah, this is a huge fight, and so far so good.
Yeah, they and Scoop are both out, which means the support is out and the carry is out. Alberto still going forward, trying to get Deft as well. Why not try? Deft can't get very far out. Alberto still following. Woker is joining them as well. Deft has nowhere to go because he's running towards their base. Look at Deft, he's pulling all the moves, manages to flicker away, but no, there is Esmeralda using the star throw and gets the kill. Actually a really impressive move there to get Deft down, because nearly he managed to escape, but just that was a mere hope.
Oh, here we go. Jenny goes in up against 3.
Yeah, a bit too optimistic there. Even as a Kufra, you know, even if you curl up as a ball, you do get that damage reduction, but it's not that big. He still doesn't have a full build, not full level. And surely enough, he goes down thanks to Woker. Woker already has 4 kills, which is very good. Alberto 4 as a support is even more impressive, I'd say. But look at this, Lord could very easily be taken by GUNADARMA. And oh, look at this, Alberto is being chased this time. Toys, who we haven't seen for a long time now, falls. And Woker once again stealing objectives like it's his full-time job.
Dear Lord. And now we have a complete tie in the net worth as Deft tries to change that along with Arbe, but nothing's really connecting.
Yeah, but look at the turrets, look at the turret situations. Even though GUNADARMA went for the Lord, they have been neglecting the lanes quite a lot, and the minions have managed to push up. They do get the Lord, but it opens up a possibility for a split for Vendetta. Actually, they could still hold the Lord, because just look at this, they aren't going together with the Lord. They are still holding mid right now.
Yeah, well, what was supposed to be a good net worth, now 1,000 the advantage Vendetta.
Yeah.
Austria once again is moving out of position here.
But the gold lane minion wave advancing, and one inhibitor is already under threat from GUNADARMA. But Ahmad Jenny once again finds himself in the middle of all the opposing players, and it's not a good situation. Nobody really follows up. What could really cause this, I wonder, because he tries to make these initiations happen, and now looks like Toys is gonna be the next victim. because Thomas doesn't have much mobility either. Alberto could go down as well. Actually, a lot of counter kills happening. Wooker just evades that stun. Very nicely done from him. Gets the turret as well. Could get toys, but doesn't chase him. Decides to get the buff instead.
Okay, movie. Alberto, Kazi, Boca, they're all here, and well, now matching them on the turrets are 1.8 thousand gold lead, and it could well be more as this turret down bot could well fall, but no,
It's gonna be
here
but
comes
movie.
Vendetta.
Oh, just manages to get away somehow, but once again Koopa there on her back, and there is nothing he can do to stop it. They now stepping into fray as well. Alberto running away once again, getting that shield up, but not much he can do to get any retaliative damage. Toys very aggressive push, trying to throw these cleavers in and maybe get someone with it. The Sky is in position, could do quite a bit of damage. Oh, Wabe gets the turret down. That could be everything. That could be the turning point right now. Nori is still dead as well. Movie just resurrected. And another minion wave advancing straight towards their base.
I would love to know what Darth Vader and Yoda would think of this, as they do appear every so often in this game, of course.
Yeah, this is due to a skin event, I believe. I don't even remember which hero had the Darth Vader skin. I believe it was Argus, who is not very popular in pro play, but and doesn't really remind me of Darth Vader in any way either. But you know,
I mean, I love it as
Yeah.
we do see movie fall, and with the Lord spawned, this is a big moment potentially. Death though does get caught out as Alberto makes their way to safety. Jenny once again, is this a little bit overeager for Abe? Now taking the Lord, can Alberto
Yeah.
steal? Cannot.
yeah, not really any skill you can use as Esmeralda to steal a Lord. You know, you have to either jump in or just be in range, and you can do either of those tasks. So Vendetta in possession of the Lord now. They obviously have the better turret situation and the better economical situation as well right now. So everything in their hands right now. They have to pocket this now, really.
All right, this could well be the death push.
This could very well be
have
it.
to see.
Alberto being aggressive as well, trying to maybe get the Bay, who has now farmed enough, does get the turret. Oh, this is gonna be a massacre. All of GUNADARMA's players fall. Alberto has to retreat. Does she get away? Yes, Esmeralda back to Fountain returns. They have to defend the base. They are doing it so. Look at Nori as well, escaping from Koopa and has to return immediately. Toys might even fall. Very well managed from them. What a comeback right now. That was almost 100% loss, that was, but just somehow coming back. But look at that dive from Abe. Does get the kill. Maybe get some more. They need to get Volker down because he is sniping them from distance. Not enough damage going forward, not much range either. They have to rely on Scoopos, who gets another turret as well. Just send Koopa back in and let Abe deal with it, but not right now. Death trying to get in the stuns as well. Walker does get a kill on Ahmed Jenny, which is a very important thing, as most of their defenses go down now, and that's it. Vendetta has won it 3-0. Well,
a dominant performance. Even when things weren't going their way, it always felt like it was in control. And yeah, they continue to do what they've been doing all series long, taking fights in a good place to capitalize with objectives after that. And once they got rolling at the end there, they just didn't stop.
yeah, really. I don't know what they did wrong in the end. I mean, they defended really, really well, but you can't really fight your way out of such a situation. A very good job from Wilker in the end as well to just to try and capitalize anything, but yeah, nothing came out of it. And they somehow managed to make that goal difference to turn it on its head and emerge as the MVP of the final game as well. And I'd say altogether across 3 games, it's gonna be either a Bay or Scoopers for me because
Mm.
Scoopers very dominant performances with Popple and Cooper. You know, I wouldn't even I wouldn't even pick Popple and Cooper in such a matchup, but it worked out so well for them.
It did, and twice in a row. Unfortunately, Godama couldn't really find the answer to it. They had 2 chances, but well, there we go. And wow, what is there left to be said apart from congratulations to Vendetta, the
Yeah,
grand champions of this tournament? Commiserations, Guadama. A valiant effort, second place. They should be proud.
yeah, Vendetta may be seen as even slight underdogs compared to GUNADARMA, and definitely impressive performance. And maybe we'll hear some great things about these guys in the future in pro tournaments. So
I hope
definitely,
so.
let's just say it.
Well, I think that is us for today. That is our show. Thank you ever so much for joining us. Thank you ever so much to my incredibly knowledgeable co-commentator.
And thank you to you as well, GMT. I can have done it without you, of course. So that's it from us.
There we go.
Have a
Well,
good
we will see you
evening,
soon. Thanks again.
morning. Yeah,
Morning,
morning,
evening,
evening,
night,
wherever you are.
wherever you
Yeah,
are.
yeah.